Hi friends, Christy here from Crafty Christy's Creations, and I'm going to go over how to use SVG files that are on your phone and how to use the Silhouette Go app. All right, so let's go ahead and go into Silhouette Go. So we'll tap on that and it's going to sign me in, and this is what I've already been working on, so I'm going to cancel. I'm sorry, I want to hit OK and continue to get back to the beginning. And then it automatically brings you into your library. At the bottom of the screen, you've got filters, library, and device. So I'm going to tap on device, and then it automatically brings me into my files folder, which is where we saved our pop-up card, and you'll see it right here on the iCloud drive. It's the flower pop-up card. I'm going to tap on that, and that's going to bring it onto my mat. And then at the bottom here, we can say the size of our mat. I've got the Cameo. I'm going to be using the 12 by 12 inch mat. And then my media size is going to be letter, because that is the size paper I'm using, but you've got all your different choices here. And then what I can do is I'm going to go ahead and rubber band select everything. So the one downfall of the Silhouette Go app is that it's not pulling in my papercraft files at the correct size that they are actually made. So I just know that this needs to be a full 12 by 12. So I've grabbed everything and I'm just going to expand this to be a full 12 by 12 sheet. And then what I need to do is get this set up for cutting. And so what that means is it's kind of difficult. You can't really see the score lines here unless you tap things correctly. Like here now you can see I've got these little gray lines are the score lines, and then on the black. So it makes it a little bit difficult to try to figure this out. So what you need to do is, I don't want to move, so I'm going to hit undo. What I want to do is click and drag and rubber band select, and it's going to grab everything in that group in that compound path, and I want to group those together. So at the top, we've got this little button here, and now that is grouped. So now if I click, nope, it didn't do it. Undo that move. Undo the move. So I'm going to click and drag and tap, and now, let's see, now it should have grabbed everything. And then I'm going to do the same thing up here with my flower pots. Grab all of that, and again I'm going to hit the group button, which is the single square with the little design in it, and those are all grouped. So these are the directions. I can pull those off the mat. This I can pull off the mat. All of these, we can group all of these together, but you just need to be careful what you're grouping, because now if you grab too many things. So I'm going to group those together, pull that off the mat. I'm going to pull this off the mat, pull these off the mat as well. These are the little print and cut pieces. I'm going to rubber band select all of those, group them together, and pull those off the mat. So now I'm just going to start with my flower pot, and I'm going to grab all of this and move it around a little bit. And then once you kind of have it set up how you want it, we're going to go ahead to continue to job settings. And this is where you're going to choose your paper type, and I'm going to go under card for cardstock. I like to use the textured cardstock setting. So I'm going to hit continue, and I'm going to cut. So I'm going to hit continue, and using the auto blade, continue. And then you need to choose what you're going to cut since we have things grouped together. So what I want to do, so now I'm going to hit continue. And see, now it's got kind of everything selected. So I'm going to tap on that, And what I want to do is I can just use outline. Nope, that pulled everything in. So we have to kind of come through here because it's grouped. So I actually have to go back. And now I need to take this and ungroup it. And I believe that is this button here, the double ungrouped. So now I can continue to job. I'm going to do the cut. And now I can tap on here and I'm going to ignore those lines because those are my score lines. And I'm going to do those ones and then I can sit. I'm going to use those outlines. And now when it's red, those are cut lines. Blue means that those are the lines you're talking about. So now I can hit continue. Going to connect my machine and then we can continue. And then what we have to do is come back to this screen, leave everything in the machine, and now I'm going to say ignore those lines. And then I'm going to tap and find my score lines, and I'm going to back up one more step actually, and now we're going to tell it we're going to score. Again with the auto blade, continue, and we can select. We want to ignore those lines, and these ones are the ones we want to use. So continue, no, ignore, use. I hit use outline and it's outlining those ones, and now I can do continue. Again, put it through my machine, and now it's ready to score. So my thoughts on the Silhouette Go app. I think it would be good for doing like a quick vinyl cut job where you're not trying to do a bunch of different operations, and that you can just resize to whatever size that you want, and you don't need to know the proportions of it going in. For the paper crafts, I don't really think the Silhouette Go app is very helpful because it's not pulling them in at the correct size. And then there's a lot more steps. You can't cut and score at the same time. So it's just going to take longer. So I don't think it's quite that useful for that.